We are fighting the same fight here in Utah that we are hearing about in DC right now. We're seeing with HB 267 legislation over the last few years coming forward, attacks on our public workers, attacks on unions in general, and this effort to privatize services that is going to end up hurting so many in our community, whether it's elderly folks who are trying to access prescriptions or so many rural folks here in Utah, millions of rural Americans across the country. So if you feel like you're being gaslit, whether it's here in Utah, whether it's DC, we feel that too as legislators. I feel like so much of the conversation that we have up at the Capitol is focused on how nice you can be and how much compromise you can make, but we're seeing what that gets us. It gets us efforts like this to privatize the USPS, and that is not the right direction to go in. We're seeing gutting of core government functions just up and down the road, privatizing agencies. We've heard all these chants about Elon. We saw Blake Moore up in Ogden yesterday get confronted by hundreds of angry Utahns about what they're seeing. We saw Representative Kennedy and Representative Malloy also get an earful the other night. That was quite a thing to see. So people are fired up. You all are fired up. It's a lot to ask for hundreds to come out on a gorgeous Sunday and really speak up on something important. In the end, I think these attacks are really an attempt to transfer public resources to wealthy Americans who are already doing so well. So someone else can get even more wealthy while everyone else is going to suffer because of those decisions that are getting made. It's frustrating. It's not the right direction. I think it's not what a lot of people voted for. We voted for, well, I didn't vote for Trump. We voted, I think people voted for lower cost of living, lower housing prices, all those sorts of things. And what they're getting are just all these policies that are going to raise costs for Americans, that are going to keep hurting folks up and down the spectrum just to benefit really a few at the top, like Elon Musk, like all the other folks that are in Donald Trump's here. And again, we see that here in Utah as well. So please, if I can leave you with one parting message, take the anger that you see in DC and make sure you recognize us here in Utah too and come up to the Capitol. It was amazing to see so many people in the Capitol rallying around HB 267 back in February. That was probably the best crowd I've seen in the Capitol. I think that's important. It feels so comfortable up there all the time for the majority, and that made people feel uncomfortable. And I think being uncomfortable is an important way to make change, and it's certainly within the law, and it's important to keep showing up and bringing that crowd to the Capitol. So if anyone was up there, thank you for being up at that rally as well. That's all I've got. I think it's just amazing to see you all out here. So thank you for turning out. Thank you for being involved, for supporting working families and protecting the Postal Service.